Okay, I could be doing two things right now. Either I could make this video about Blu-rays, or I could make a video where I talk about thoughts. But if I do the thoughts video, it's going to be around 4 hours long. So we're doing this shit instead. Greetings, disciples. This is Nintendo Zilla 98 here, and I'm being pretty fucking bored right now. So I feel like I'm just gonna end. Since I did that Criterion Collection video a little while ago, I feel like, you know what? I think I'm gonna do another one similar to it. This time I'm going to do both for Arrow and Kino films. Um, the Blu-rays from both companies. I really like these two companies. I think they're just as good as Criterion. So I'm gonna show you guys the Blu-rays that I have from them. Here we go. Okay, so first is Gamera the Showa era. Contains all the films from the Showa series of the Gamera franchise. Yeah, and the good thing about Arrow is that you got like these different artworks. Like inside, you got new like art for the cases, but I decided to go with the Japanese posters instead because I have a soft spot for um posters of kaiju films from the 60s and 70s. And the 50s as well. I just think they look really nice. So here we have Gamera the Heisei era. Yeah, all three of the 90s Gamera films, as well as Gamera the Brave. But in my opinion, I think this is the best release from Arrow. It's the Daimajin trilogy. Really fucking awesome artwork. All three Daimajin films. Yeah, like it's a very great. It's a really good trilogy. If you love Gamera, you will love Daimajin. And there's also Yokai Monsters with the four yokai films. And obviously, this was like released um, before the Great Yokai War Guardians. But I like to get that. I like to add that film to my collection someday. Next, we got the Ringu collection. This is another special one. Has the first Ring film, along with the first sequel, Spiral, which wasn't really well received. That movie was so disliked that they made Ringu 2, which is like an alternate sequel to The Ring. Honestly, though, both Spiral and Ring 2 are, they're okay, but I think the first one's the best. Ringu Zero is a pretty good one as well. That fucking piece of. Hold on just a second. Okay. Next up we have is the Bloodthirsty trilogy. That has Vampire, Doll, Lake of Dracula, and I kind of forgot what the third one's called. Evil of Dracula, yeah. Once again, the we got like original artwork that it comes with it, but I decided to use the reverse cover. It looks really nice. Next up, we got the One Miss Call trilogy. I actually watched all three of these films like last year, late December, and oh man, like this is a really good trilogy. Like if you love Japanese horror but you haven't seen this somehow, I highly recommend it. Okay, well there's the Arrow films releases. Really, like this company does a great job. I'm sure there's a lot more. I think like they did like some other releases on other obscure Japanese films, but these ones are the ones that I wanted the most. So yeah. Next up, we got the Kino films. Very great company as well. Lots of great movies, including the Golem, how he came into our world. Yeah, the third film in the trilogy that unfortunately no longer exists. The first film is like lost, and the second film is like completely lost. So all we got is the third film. Next up, The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, a German expressionist masterpiece. I remember seeing this for the first time long ago, and I didn't like it because I thought it was just like like I just didn't really care for it. I felt the ending was really like a big turnoff. But watching it again like a few years later, and it's really fucking good. Great movie. Nosferatu, a, another German expressionist horror masterpiece by F.W. Murnau. The unofficial Dracula adaptation. Yeah, great film. Really awesome. The Phantom of the Opera, starring the almighty Lon Chaney. This is like one of my personal favorite Universal monster films. Great movie. And a really good release by Kino as well. Next up is Battleship Potemkin. The 1925, I believe. Yeah, 1925 Soviet film. Highly like said to be one of the best films of all time, and I agree. This is definitely a masterpiece. Next up, The Complete Metropolis. Now, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. This is without doubt my number one film of all time. Out of all the films like ever made, this one is my most favorite. It's my favorite film of all time. It has been for like 10 years now. It's a incredible movie. Like definitely an incredible, amazing fucking masterpiece. I adore this film to death, and I believe everybody should see it. It's I love this film. Next up, we have Alfred Hitchcock's Lifeboat. To tell you the truth, it's been like several years since I've seen this film. I mean, I bought the movie just for the hell of it, but I haven't seen it. In fact, yeah, it's still sealed actually. I should check it. I should check it out again one of these days, because the one time that I have seen this film, I thought it was pretty good. So yeah. Here we have is the controversial Titanic from 1943, the one that was produced in Nazi Germany during the height of World War II. Yeah. It was made to blame the Titanic sinking on British capitalism. But obviously, yeah, it's a bunch of fucking bullshit. But hey, this movie is pretty good. It's got like a troubled production. There's like this documentary called Nazi Titanic, which I recommend checking out, as well as this movie, because yeah, it's a pretty dark. It's a good movie. Next up is The Train. This is a great World War II film about the Germans stealing art and putting them on a train while this guy just tries to like stop it. Yeah, really good movie. Really fucking good. Nah, shit. Son of a bitch. Hold on. Okay. Last but not least, Runaway Train. This is like this is definitely in like my top, at least top 15 favorite films of all time. Has John Voight, Eric Roberts, and Rebecca De Mornay. Really great film. Like, yeah, it's just it's a fucking masterpiece, and I really feel like that you should I recommend watching this movie. It's a really good movie, and the ending will make you it'll make you like think about it for at least half of the day. It's shit. Yeah, amazing film. Okay, well, there's that. All my Arrow films and Kino films. That's pretty much all I have to say. Oh, and actually no. So in my last video when I said that, oh, you know what, like there's not that many Criterion releases that like interest me. So don't expect like an update. Well, actually, I was wrong. There's actually several more Criterion films that do interest me. So I will be trying to get those, and then I'm gonna do like an update maybe next year. I mean, I wouldn't count on it, but yeah, that's my plans, hopefully. All right. Well, see you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Goodbye.